Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you, Miss?
I'm fine too. Thank you for asking me. Today, we're going to learn about angles and relationship between angles. But before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Nimade Manika Prasanti with student ID 241301163 and I'm from 4A class Mathematics Education. Let's start learning. Anybody know what is a line and what is an angle? Okay, Safitri, do you know what is a line and what is an angle?
Yes, Miss. A line is a collection of many points. Meanwhile, an angle is an area formed by the intersection of line.
Good answer, Sapitri, but not completely correct. A line is a collection of points that are regular and continuous and extend in two directions. But angles is the area formed by the intersection of two lines or two rays that have the same starting point. This meeting point is called the vertex. Now, let's find out the types of angles. First, acute angle. This is an angle that is greater than 0 degrees than less than 90 degrees. You can look this figure. Second is right angle. This is an angle that is exactly 90 degrees. Third is obtuse angle. This is an angle that is more than 90 degrees than less than 180 degrees. Fourth is straight angle. This is an angle that measures exactly 180 degrees. And the last is reflect angle. This is an angle that is more than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. Now, we will learn about relationship between angles. In geometry, angles are related to each other based on their position or magnitude. This relationship is seen when two lines intersect or two parallel lines are cut by another line. Now we will learn about complementary angles and supplementary angles. First is supplementary angle. Two angles are said to be supplementary if their measure add up to 180 degrees. So the sum of two angles is 180 degrees and then located on a straight line. Meanwhile, a complementary angle is two lines that add up to 90 degrees. So the sum of two angles is 90 degrees and then forming a right angle. Next, there is the opposite angles. Opposite angles are the angles directly opposite each where two lines cross. The intersection point is called the vertex, which is where the lines connect to from the angles. So the vertex in this figure is point C. Opposite angles are also called vertical angles. Its features first is formed from the intersection of two lines. Second is the size is the same. And next is equal corner points. And the last is back-to-back position. In this figure, you can look this figure. Angle T is opposite to angle R. And angle U is opposite to angle S. Okay, now we will discuss the relationship between angles. First is corresponding angles. These are two angles that face the same direction and lie in the same relative position at each intersection when a transversal intersects two parallel lines. These angles are always equal if the lines are parallel. Okay, look at this figure. In this figure, angle S is corresponding angle alpha. Angle R is corresponding angle beta. Meanwhile, in this figure, angle T is corresponding angle W, and angle U is corresponding with angle phi. Second is alternate interior angles and alternate exterior angles. First is alternate interior angles. Is an angle that is located opposite the transversal line on the inside between parallel lines. In this figure, angles such as angle R and angle W called alternate interior angles. Other alternate interior angles are angle S and angle phi. And next is alternate exterior angles, are angles that are opposite each other and are bounded by a transversal line and are on the outside of parallel lines. In this figure, angles such as angle T and angle beta are called alternate exterior angle. Other alternate exterior angle are angle U and angle alpha. Last is consecutive interior angles and consecutive exterior angles. Consecutive interior angles is a pair of angles on the inner side of the two parallel lines and on the same side of transversal line. In this figure, angles such as angles R and angle phi are called interior angles on the same side. The other interior angles on the same side are angle S and angle W because they are on the same side. Okay, meanwhile, consecutive exterior angles is a pair of angles on the outer side of the two parallel lines and on the same side of the transversal line. In this figure, angles such as angle U and angle beta are called exterior angles on the same side. The other exterior angles on the same side are angles T and angles alpha because they lie on the same side. If the two angles are added together, the angles on the opposite side will form an angle of 180 degrees. So, angles R plus angles phi is equal 180 degrees. and so on. I have a media for you learning. You can use this learning tool to visualize and see the relationship between angles. Simply click the checkbox. This is the checkbox for the angles you want to view. Okay. Next is why is it important? Why studying a relationship is important? Studying the relationships between angles is important for understanding the shape, direction, and position of object, and is useful in everyday life and various fields of work. Some of its uses in everyday life include architecture and construction. The architect and builders use angle relationship to ensure buildings, bridges, and roads are constructed properly, safely, and symmetrically. Second, in design and art, angle relationships are used in drawing, interior design, animation, and photography to create balance, perspective, and visual appeal. And the last, the relationship between angles is used in navigation and transportation. Angles help determine directions and routes in maps, transportation, aviation, and sailing. Okay, now let's try to solve the problem. Determine the size of angles B if it known as in the picture below. Okay, you look this picture. To answer that question, look at the picture. This picture. Angle BAD forms a right angle. This is. So the total of angles A and B is 90 degrees. We know the size of angle A is 36 degrees. So, the size of angle B is 90 degrees minus 36 degrees. And then we get the size of angle B is 54 degrees. Okay. Do you have any question about solving this problem?
No, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Okay, that was the material on angles and the relationship between them. Now, work on the student worksheet. I'll give you 10 minutes to work on Activity 1, Part A. Later, you will present your answer.
Okay, Miss.
Have you finished your work?
Yes, Miss.
Would you like to present your answer, Savitri?
Of course, Miss. For the answer number 1, for the first equation, second angle A and angle B are complementary angle. Their sum is equals to 90 degrees. We are given that angle A is 47 degrees. To find angle B, we subtract 47 degrees. For 90 degrees, so angle B is 43 degrees. For the second question, second angle P and angle Q are supplementary angle. They add up to 180 degrees. We know that angle P is 123 degrees. To calculate angle Q, we subtract 123 degrees. For 180 degrees. Therefore, the measure of angle Q is 47 degrees. For the third equation, first, because angle Q and Y are complementary angle, they add up to 90 degrees. We can set up the equation 2x plus 10 plus 3x equals 90. Combining the like term given, use 5x plus 10 equals 9. Subtract 10 from both sides. So 5x equals 80. Dividing 5, we find that x equals 16. Now, we substitute x equals 16 back into our expression to first find the angle. For angle x, 2 times 16 plus 10 equals 42 degrees. For angle y, 3 degrees 16 equals 48 degrees. That's all, Miss.
Very good, Savitri. Thank you very much. Well, that's all for our lesson today. I hope you study even harder and see you in the next lesson. Bye.